I apologize to my viewers. It seems they blocked this video on bullshit reasons that make it obvious as to what priorities hold sway over YouTube and their content they regulate to viewers. I make videos of supporting evil and others blasphemous things of hell, and it's just fine for their censors. I make videos about alien gangbangers with alien strippers, and that's fine. I make a video pertaining to anything that has to do with my connection to Christ and I get banned and completely blocked. Well, fuck that. Guarantee when your business closes I will travel to the nearest vacant office of what used to be YouTube, and I shall piss all over the administrator's office supplies before they move them out and ship them wherever. So I shall make this one nice and greasy just to satisfy their gluttony. So if the video seems off, that's why, because I've had to make alterations to it.
Cover my eyes in a cloak at night till the darkness and shadows consume everything inside. Mute my voice from the screams of pain and blood-curdling terror till my words fade away. Bind my wrists with a spool of twine, collect me and keep me safe and confined. Cover my head with a burlap sack, I can hear where I'm going but never find my way back. Dig me a hole with a shovel of death and kick me down deep and take my last breath. Dead or unconscious, assuming I passed, awaiting to separate from my spirit and cross paths. Leave me to decompose, my body putrefies, my corpse becomes skeletal insects and flies. Fading on me, need my body. They're thinking that I'm still missing, but the sick man got me. He's got his eye on you.
Too late to change his mind.
He's in love with your death
and wants for you to die.
You never say 'cause he's out there. Now you're the victim in his game. There are no rules, they don't play fair.
He's oh so cruel and insane.
I'm tied up, dry blood covers my eyes. What have I got myself into tonight? I'm alone in a room and I'm feeling like I might have just become somebody's victim. The lights keep flicking off and on and I'm tripping. I can't believe I got myself in this position. Somebody's coming, I can hear him knocking the deadbolt. It must be the door that I'm in front of the threshold. Is knocking the floor and I can hear him getting closer, and I try to ignore the best hope it's a joke. And I don't think that he is though. It's been about a week that I've been down here in limbo, and every time I speak I get stabbed with utensils. So I do my best to keep my motherfucking lips closed. All along I've been caught by a schizo. It's so out of the ordinary to live though.
He's got his eye on you.
Too late to change his mind.
He's in love with your death
and wants for you to die.
You never say 'cause he's out there. Now you're the victim in his game. There are no rules, they don't play fair.
He's oh so cruel and insane.
Put the lotion on my skin, do it when I'm told. Been like the side of so long my beard's full grown. Mental pain and chains that restrain and maintain, make it cause real change in the brain. It's insane how I pray every day to be free and never be. I can see myself living up in his reality. Will it ever end? Will I see my family and friends? God take me out the clutches of the one they go to. Others he is captured not too long after I did. If they can comprehend the fact that he is master, keeps ahead of trophies, cooks the rest, neck to toe, feeds it to me every night, nothing left but bones. He pays in the blood of the dead when he is well fed. He has conversations with the voices in his head. I pray for my death, hope it's quick and painless. Only then would I be free as one of the nameless.
He's got his eye on you.
Too late to change his mind.
He's in love with your death
and wants for you to die.
You never say 'cause he's out there. Now you're the victim in his game. There are no rules, they don't play fair.
He's oh so cruel and insane.
I've had a brainstorm to my question of the new demon I'll create. The demon of penance, pooled together from the experiences of those who suffered under the corrupt temple priests of Egypt, combined with the victims of COVID-19 and born forth from their sins, which is something that has been called a mask of Loki before. He shall gain strength by the elite's lies. The more they do to hide the truth from the public, the more that strength will draw him towards them. If he enters the city limits of the city from which he draws that energy, from then there is no stopping him from being judge, jury and executioner. He shall weigh your sins against the judgment of those whose lives comprise his experience of both just and unjust convictions held against others to rightly conclude the proper punishment weighed against the scales and not by the amount of money or faith, or contribution to some donation that was made that will excuse the actions they have taken against the innocent and will technically be the counterpart to the widely unspoken act of redemption that has the ability to reverse the wages of sin that is paid, which corrupts and condemns a man's soul to hell. The selfless act that risks one's own life to help save another's without an agenda or desire to use this act as a chip that one can try and barter with. But the truly selfless act, as I have noticed, that the act of murder takes away the light of a man's soul from his eyes, taking with it a person's ability to enjoy the gifts of life that we all take for granted. So too have I observed this act open the way towards forgiveness from others as well as themselves, and allow that light to return one day if they follow such a path of life for a time. He shall be the counter-principality of the selfless act of redemption, in so that his actions that define his being are set by those who choose to act by their own wisdom when faced against an obstacle that is clearly something which should be done by turning to God for help and guidance, but other emotions cloud their choices of action and hand down conviction and judgment based on their own logic. It tempts and leads those astray from God's wise counsel and passes down a justice that only benefits one's self and not an equal and balanced judgment that can be given through listening to God's living will. Its deception lies in its ability to give a person the retribution they feel they deserve, as if it satisfies the urging need for justice. And these attributes compiled together equate only a small portion of the sins and actions taken by the world's leading authority that oppresses the people and hold themselves above the people in their heart as they lie with their mouth. All this fused together with the ritual of ascension for a neon guardian and fueled by the deaths of those who have died from COVID-19, ultimately hunting down those who have cost so many people their lives and passing down old school methods of judgment.
Namah